Who starves for 4 days? Who goes 4 days by choice drinking water? I did. Why? Who does that, right? You're crazy. No, I'm not crazy, and I'm not the only one, and it's actually very common. So here on this channel, I want to discuss self-development, self-transformation, healing, growth, mindset shifts, practical daily habits, anything with growth in mind. So if that's you,
please follow me on my journey. We can grow together, we can learn together, we can develop together. I hope you enjoy it.
So what is water fasting? Water fasting is simply consuming nothing but water for a set period of time. So my set period was 4 days. Water fasting has many benefits, many health benefits, but I completed this water fast with spiritual intentions. So I wanted to humble myself before God. I wanted to gain spiritual vision. So that was the reasoning behind my water fast, but there are a few health benefits. So I'm just gonna read from this list really briefly. Water fasting decreases inflammation in the body. It recovers and heals cells. It helps to stabilize insulin levels. It helps to decrease blood pressure and lowers risks of developing heart disease. I conducted this water fast for spiritual reasons. I'm on a journey to discovering self. I want to transform myself. I want to transform my life. I want to be the writer, the creator, the director of where my life is to go. And just through reading so many self-help books and hearing so many stories of success and habits of success, you know it's possible. It's possible. There's so many resources out there. There's so many mentors to follow. But although those mentors will kind of create a path for you, you still have to heal internally. You still have to make space. You have to make space for these new habits. You have to make space for these new manifestations. You have to make space for these new practices. So for me, to make space, I wanted to use this time to reflect, to go inward, to feed my soul, to feed my spirit, so that I could release and make space. I wanted to release old trauma. I wanted to become aware of trauma that I was holding on to, that I had no clue was still there. I wanted to speak to God. I wanted to talk to God. I wanted to enjoy sitting in my own silence. I wanted to not view productivity as me moving, but me sitting and listening and being still. And I think fasting is an amazing way to connect with spirit, to connect with God, to connect with the universe, whatever that extra power is to you. I think fasting is very beneficial for that reason. So I hope you enjoy the journey. If you have fasted, please comment down below. Let me know of your experience. Hello lovelies. So day one is almost complete. It's almost 6 p.m. I just made it home from work, so I wanted to check in with you guys. So I believe we create a lot of resistance due to conditioning, due to cultural norms, generational curses, things brought from our parents, from their parents, grandparents, due to family dynamics. And I feel like I am aware of some of my trauma, but I feel like other aspects I'm not aware, and I know I'm not aware because in certain situations I'm triggered. So my goal is just to release a layer, whatever the layer is, whatever God reveals to me, to just release another layer of trauma. I feel like our trauma is layered, so I know it's going to take lots of different techniques of healing until I feel whole and complete. but I believe fasting is a great way to start. Again, I'm starving the flesh and feeding the soul. So I'm actually driving to Long Beach. I'm gonna go ahead and watch a movie, but I wanted to check in really briefly on day 2. I feel great. Earlier I thought about food just a tad bit, but after that it went away, and right now I feel completely fine. I'm not thinking about food. I'm not hungry. Perfectly fine. The only thing that happened physically today was that there would be moments where I would get up really quickly and I would feel dizzy. But I think that has to do with electrolytes. So I just have to be mindful of jumping up really quickly. But I wanted to share that a couple of amazing things happened today. Number one, I asked the Holy Spirit and my spirit guides to give me a sign on a specific concern that I had, and I asked them if the answer was yes to my question, to show me a hummingbird. And on my break I saw a hummingbird, so that was so exciting. I had to do a double take, it was great. And then secondly, I've listened to a lot of podcasts today, and I did a lot of reading, and the most recent podcast I listened to is Manifestation Babe. So she has this 21 days money challenge, but she pretty much said that forgiveness will block a lot of your blessings, and I know that there's a lot of forgiving that I need to do, whether it's to myself, to my past, to my experiences, to people, to things. So she stated to go home, make a list of 25 things, and using this Hawaiian tradition called Ho'oponopono for reconciliation and forgiveness. So that will be my to-do this evening when I go home, and I will share with you guys tomorrow how I feel. So that ends day 2. Have a blessed one. Bye. Made it to day 3. I made it to day 3. But I'm not gonna lie, today was really rough. I didn't have any hunger pains, but mentally I wanted food. And I think what made it worse, or what's making it worse, is that it's Halloween. So my coworkers don't want their kids to have all this candy, so they're bringing all this candy to work, putting it in buckets. Someone bought like a cheesecake this morning, and then so I knew I couldn't eat that, so I'm like, okay, let me think of something else. So then I started researching foods I wanted to use to break my fast. Of course, you have to start slow. So I was looking up juice companies and like around where I work, and I found one called Root of Life. So of course I was on their menu, and then at my lunch hour I went and checked it out, like, okay, maybe I'll just buy them today so that I can have them Friday. But I decided no, they make the juice fresh daily. I don't even want to see it, so I'm just gonna wait until Friday. So it was rough, y'all. Like at least 3-4 times throughout the day I thought about food. So I just said a little prayer and drank some water. So that's all I could do. So throughout the fast, I've been meditating at home as soon as I wake up. So today I decided I actually want to sit in nature. So I'm at a park around the corner from my job. So I'm gonna just sit and meditate for 30-40 minutes, then head home. So one more day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Day 4, I made it. I'm still not gonna eat until the morning, so that'll be 4 complete days. Today was rough mentally, to be honest, but I'm excited. I've done so much growth and I really want to share it with you guys, but I think I'm gonna save it for another video because there's so much information. So I'm actually here with my daughter and I want to introduce you guys. Today is Halloween. Come on, Anna.
I'm Anna.
No, come here. She is Anna. Okay, go back so I can turn it around so they can see. So we're actually going...
I got a penny.
She has a penny. So I plan on just going home after we go trick-or-treating, read my Bible, and knock out. And in the morning, I'm gonna make some delicious broth, so I'm super excited. So thanks for joining me on this journey, guys.
I got a cookie.
Thanks. So that's it. That's it for day 4. It's almost 6 p.m. So we're gonna head out. All right.